radical authenticity, radical honesty is absolutely 100% the only way to create a life for yourself that you're totally in love with, that you're excited about living. And it's the only way to attract people into your life who resonate with the truth of who you are. Because if you're lying about who you are, you're going to attract people who are attracted to that lie. And if they don't know it's a lie, but you do, well, then you know you fooled that person. And on some level, you're not really going to respect them. You're going to think you're a little bit smarter and a little bit better than them. So maybe you feel okay about lying to them or abusing them or manipulating them because they're less than you. Our society and our culture promotes that sort of way of being. This is why everyone is so obsessed with narcissism these days and labeling everyone as narcissistic, because our culture gives rise to narcissism. Okay. Your finger's on the pulse if you think you're seeing more narcissism. It's true. Okay, but we shouldn't be so quick to point the finger at others. We should look at ourselves and our own tendencies. It's the water we're swimming in. Swimming in. Narcissism. It's narcissistic waters that we are living in. And it can be healed, regardless of what anyone says. It can be healed. But, at the root of narcissism is an emptiness and actually a not knowing who you are. So it requires you to wear a mask. It requires you to be performative. But God made you. God can tell you who you are. Don't let the world tell you who you are. Don't pretend to be a certain kind of way because you know that it will get you certain things. We don't know what's best for us. Okay? Often the things that we think we need or want and that we chase after, they get us in trouble. They cause us suffering. Because our minds are small. They're myopic. They're falsy. But God is perfect. God is all-knowing. God is loving. And God, when He made you, He put a destiny in your heart. He, she, Great Spirit. So by turning to God, by surrendering, by listening, by obeying, anything can be healed and transformed and renewed. These labels, narcissism, all the different personality disorders, as defined and created, these definitions, like these are all things that have been decided upon by modern day psychiatry. This is an invention of man. We label certain symptoms and we say, oh, you're this. This is what you are. And it's at odds with what we want you to do and be, and so we're going to pathologize you and put you on a pill and you need to go to therapy. And that's all man's constructs. Okay? Which is inside of God's construct. The real reality. So, if you want to heal, maybe do some reading on psychology, but maybe also meditate, maybe say a prayer, maybe realize that you don't know shit. None of us do. That we don't know what's best for ourselves. Have a beginner's mind. Be like a little child. And just try to be true and real and speak the truth. And if you don't know what that is, be honest about that too and just say, I don't know. A lot of us feel like what it is to be an adult is to never be wrong. Just pretend like we know what's going on all the time. No. That's to be ignorant. That's how you end up never learning or growing. That's how you become a tyrant. Because you'll be offended by and scared of anyone who is not like you. Because you've convinced yourself that you're right. Because you're scared of anything that's not like you or doesn't think like you or doesn't move like you, quack like you. So just At the root of it all, you can't go wrong with honesty. Just tell the truth. Start there. Don't pretend to be what you're not. Listen to your heart. Listen to God. God speaks to us through our hearts. When I say listen to your heart, that's what I mean. I mean, get real quiet and let God speak to you through your heart. And then let your heart, informed by God, inform this up here. And let this be the slaves to your hearts, and your heart be the slaves to God. And in that way, you can walk in radical authenticity and radical honesty with your head held high, and your faith and your intuition will grow stronger and stronger each day, and your life will grow more and more beautiful each day, because truth and beauty are the same thing. And you will find yourself excited about life. You will find yourself surrounded by your tribe, your people. And what it doesn't look like 5,000 friends on Facebook or 5,000 followers on Instagram. No, because it's not about quantity. It's about quality. You only have so much time to give, so much attention and energy to give. So what are the chances that you're going to be able to authentically and honestly resonate with 5,000 people? Those aren't your friends. Not really. They're your brothers and sisters in Christ, in God. But tribes are small. All of us are unique. And there are some people who resonate more closely with our uniqueness. That's our tribe. Okay? And that doesn't mean we exclude other tribes. We overlap, and we help tribes help tribes. We all help one another. But in order to do that effectively, we have to be honest about who we are. And the truth of the matter is that we're not going to vibe with everybody. And that's okay, and that's good, and that's what makes life diverse and healthy, and that's what helps life to go on and makes it resilient. Our culture is trying to make us all be the same, as a way to keep us in line, as a way to control us. Okay. Well, that leads to death. That's a death culture. When you start seeing all of the same thing, look at our food system. You have thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of the same crop, all corn. One pest comes in, and because it's all the same crop growing there, everything gets decimated. That's not how nature works. That's not how God works. You walk out in a forest, you don't see all of the same trees, all of the same types of flowers. No, there's all different things growing, and it confuses the pests, and it makes things more robust because they form symbiotic relationships, and they can all help each other out. You know, we're greater when we come together with our differences. Where I am weak, you are strong. Where you are strong, I am weak. You know, we fit together. But in order to find the people that you fit with the best, you got to be true about who you are. You know, you got to be honest about who you are. And first, in order to even do that, to be honest with another person, you got to get honest with yourself. You got to know thyself. And to know thyself, you got to turn inward. You got to think about why you're doing what you do. You got to think about why you're saying what you say. What are you motivated by? What are your values? What are your principles? What are your ethics? Do you actually have any that are coming from your own heart, or are you just like waiting for the culture to tell you what to do or what to think or where to go? Because that's the easy thing. Don't do the easy thing. Do the right thing. Okay, and sometimes they're one and the same, but often they're not. You know, you get stronger by lifting heavy weights, by challenging yourself, not by sitting around eating Cheetos all day and watching Netflix. And that's, you know, telling lies and wearing masks and being performative is a lot like sitting around and eating Cheetos and watching Netflix. It's easy. It's easy to change who you are in any given moment, to manipulate the situation or the people around you to get what you want. We're all smart enough to do that, to pretend. But to be real, to be honest, that takes real heart. And that's attractive, right? You want to be magnetic? You want to be effective in the world? You want to have power? Get true, get right, get good, get with God. You will become goodness and truth and beauty. That's what you are at your essence, so get to know yourself.